Since a Smash Bros. Character was revealed, that meant video game story time had to rush upload yet another video that has nothing at all to do with its title. They try to lead you to believe this was what really happened, but then tell some irrelevant story that has nothing to do with the character in question. They did this when talking about why Gino isn't a character, why the Doom protagonist isn't a character. It's just basically, make some doodles to pay the bills. This video is no different. So let's get to it.
The recent Nintendo E3 presentation started strong, revealing that Kazuya of Tekken fame will be the latest character to be added to the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2 DLC. Why did Kazuya make the cut? The short answer is because Nintendo and Bandai Namco have a good working relationship, making this partnership relatively easy.
No. That's not the reason at all. If that were the case, he would have been in the game much sooner than he has right now. Namco is a very easy company to get a hold of in terms of rights, considering a handful of developers and publishers, both Eastern and Western, have used the rights for Pac-Man. It's been 7 years since they started to work with Sakurai on Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. If there was a time to add a Tekken character, it would have been any time.
It's important to remember, though, that relationships between companies are based on relationships between individuals. This particular collaboration was helped significantly by the fact that Smash Bros. Overseer Masahiro Sakurai and Tekken 7 director Katsuhiro Harada are such close friends in real life. In fact, leaving aside both Kazuya and Tekken-inspired Mii fighter costumes, Harada has been helping Sakurai with Smash Bros. Development behind the scenes for quite some time.
But this has nothing to do with Kazuya. In fact, if it were up to Harada himself, he would have wanted Lily. I am certainly no stranger to Harada.
In Tekken Tag Tournament 2, I will grow up to 10 feet high and speak French. Yes, I said 10 feet. Here's a screenshot of me, and I will be programmed to speak 6 different languages including Navi.
The reason that she gets bigger and cheaper every game is to fulfill my sexual urges. Every time I see a 12-year-old rich cunt, my little wee-wee goes sweet.
It's no secret that Smash Bros. Doesn't always have the smoothest online experience. According to Harada, Sakurai has been picking his brain for quite some time, asking how Bandai Namco has created such a streamlined, stable online connection for their Tekken games.
There had been nothing great about Tekken's netcode. They do not have a great history with online quality. It's only until late last year had they actually improved upon it, so at this time, when Sakurai wanted Harada's advice for online support, Tekken was still pretty shoddy. Going from Smash Bros. To Tekken in terms of online had been like upgrading from an apartment to a condominium.
Harada has been more than happy to help. He said, "I spoke recently with Mr. Sakurai who worked on Super Smash Bros. And he showed keen interest in our conversations about online features. He even asked me whether he could use what I said about the ratio of wired and wireless players. Thus, you have Harada's relationship with Sakurai to thank for the improvements to Smash's online service that have been slowly dribbling out." Neither party makes a secret of their close friendship, as they'll often take to Twitter to chat with each other.
Really? This is worth talking about? Don't even make this video if you can't even find anything credible to support your argument. Or better yet, simply state your opinions and don't disguise them as factual.
In March of this year, Sakurai took to Twitter to celebrate the 26th anniversary of the release of the original Tekken on PlayStation. He said, "You shouldn't throw your son off a cliff."
There's nothing at all here that has anything to do with Kazuya as a playable character.
Of course, you shouldn't throw your parent off a cliff either. It's very likely that Sakurai and his team were already working on Kazuya's Smash reveal video by this point, which features a reference to this particular part of Tekken lore. Harada responded to this tweet, simply saying, "I recommend throwing them into a volcano." Sakurai then responded again with a Smash Bros. Screenshot showing off this exact scenario. It
But Sakurai's tired, guys. He works too hard.
was a cute joke to share with the world when both developers were already well aware that this would soon be recreated with Kazuya. If there's one thing that didn't help Kazuya make it into the Smash roster, it's the endless barrage of fan requests that Sakurai is sent on a daily basis on Twitter.
Again, this has nothing to do with Kazuya.
Harada has made it very clear that he has absolutely no patience for people who harass his friend online.
I have no patience for Sakurai harassing me with games he's trying to get people to buy.
and in fact, has publicly stated on Twitter that he'll do everything in his power to prevent annoying fan requests from ever being granted.
An easy way they can do that is by simply leaving social media for good. What a novel concept. If these two people are supposed to have very important jobs to do, then what the hell are they on Twitter for? That's a good question. Social media is not essential. These guys don't need it, so why do they use it? It's like buying a cordless vacuum, but then complaining that you always need to recharge it.
In response to Twitter campaigns to get characters including Crash Bandicoot, Sora, and Master Chief into Smash, Harada said, "You guys are spammers. I will talk with Mr. Sakurai and Bandai Namco's Smash development team so that your request will not be approved as much as possible. If you are still relentlessly spamming, that just means hampering the work of Sakurai and Bandai Namco's Smash development team. Just one tweet is enough for request. Do not spam us. Developers don't negotiate with spammer and terrorists."
Developers don't negotiate with terrorists, you say?
It's heartwarming to see a developer sticking up for his friend on social media, trying to protect him from online harassment and annoying unwanted tweets.
Online harassment is a first world problem. These two are divas. Plain and simple.
While higher-ups at Nintendo make an initial shortlist for Smash DLC characters, it's up to Sakurai himself to decide whether any potential characters can actually be implemented into the game.
Any character can be a character. If race cars and tanks are proven to be fighting game characters, there is no limit to who can be a character, and there never has been since the Saturn. This is just Sakurai's blatantly obvious way of saying I'm choosing who I want, because I have ideas for them. He didn't have to implement blocks for Minecraft, Steve, he wanted them. He didn't have to give the Dragon Quest hero broken RNG mechanics, he wanted them. He didn't have to give the cause dozens of different Tekken moves, he wanted them. Because here he's been telling us the only possible way you can ever make a Minecraft character is by incorporating mining and crafting, but it's not. If he wants to make a character as complex as Chinese algebra, that's what he'll do. If he wants to make a character half-ass like Donkey Kong, Wario, or even Sonic, that's what he'll do. But it's always been up to him to determine how the character works.
No doubt this particular partnership was a lot easier than others, because Sakurai and Harada are already so eager to talk shop, share ideas, and even stand up for one another when things get tough.
Stand up for Sakurai? What are you talking about?
The moral of the story: support your friends. The friendship between Katsuhiro Harada and Masahiro Sakurai is an excellent example of what can be achieved when two people are willing to help each other.
Again, what are you talking about? There is no documented friendship. All that we know is that Harada has helped here and there with Smash Brothers. But that's only because he's been with Namco and has been in the fighting game business longer than Sakurai has. Unsurprisingly, they're making a story out of thin air.